Hi there, my name is Aidan Caron, and I am the Vice President of Ellington High School's Robert W. Murphy chapter of the National Honor Society. And today I'm here to show you how to make some balloon animals. Now, to make balloon animals, you're going to need two things. First, you're going to need some balloons, of course, and you're also going to need a balloon pump. If you don't have these items, what I recommend you do is go to the link in the description, click on it, and it will bring you to a starter kit on Amazon that you can purchase that will have everything you need to get started with balloon twisting. In the meantime, feel free to watch this video through. That way when your balloons come in, you're ready to get started. Now, if you do have these materials, you're in luck, because today we're going to be going through some basic designs. So without further ado, let's get started. For our first design, we're going to be making a one balloon dog. To do this, you're going to need, of course, only one balloon. So I'll be using a red balloon, but you can use any color that you'd like. To get started, as you can see I've already done it, but you're going to place the balloon on the end of your balloon pump and you're going to pump it up about halfway. Once it's inflated halfway, you can go ahead, take the nozzle off the pump and tie it in a knot. If you can't tie it yourself, go ahead and ask an adult. Now it's time to make our first bubble. Go ahead and grab the balloon with one hand and pinch it with your thumb and pointer finger about 2 inches away from the nozzle with your other hand. Then, twist this end of the balloon. Now we've made the head of our dog. Now you'll notice that if I were to let the balloon go, it comes undone. So we're going to need to hold on to this bubble until we make some more that will hold it in place. Once you have the head of our dog, it's time to make two 2-inch bubbles. So, just like before, grab the balloon with your thumb and pointer finger, 2 inches away from the last bubble, and twist. Then, once again, pinch 2 more inches away, and then twist. We should now have 3 bubbles. We're going to take the second and third and fold them over each other, like this. And then we're going to grab the first bubble and the rest of the balloon with a hand. So, we now have the second and third bubble, which are going to form the ears of our dog. Pull the second and third bubble apart and twist. As you can see, this bubble's not going to come undone anymore, so we now have the head and our ears. Now let's make the neck. To make the neck, we're going to make about a 1-inch bubble. So, go ahead and twist a 1-inch bubble like this. And now it's time for our legs. To make the legs, we're going to make two 2.5-inch bubbles. You can even make them 3 inches if you'd like. So, while holding onto the neck, we're going to twist our bubble, and then another one the same size. Great, so now we have 3 bubbles. Now fold these two that are the same size, over each other. Grab the neck and the rest of the balloon with one hand, and then twist our legs. And now you'll see we have the head of our dog, the ears, the neck, and our 2 front legs. This next step is where you get to get creative. Now if you'd like to make a wiener dog, you can go and make the body of the dog fairly long. If you'd like to make a normal sized dog, you can make it about medium sized. If you'd like to make a short stubby dog, you can make the body very short. I'm going to go for a medium-sized dog. So, I'm going to twist my bubble, and that's about a hand's width wide, and maybe a couple other fingers as well. And next, we're going to make the other 2 legs. We're going to make them the same size as before, 2 2.5-inch bubbles. So there's the first one, and there's the second one. Fold those over each other, grabbing the body and the rest of the balloon with one hand, pull the legs out, and twist. Great! Now we have our balloon dog. You'll notice that on this dog, I added a poodle tail. You can do the same by twisting a small bubble at the end of your tail, like this, and then squeezing it to make the air go up into the top end of the balloon. And there we go, one balloon dog complete. Now that you've made a balloon dog, it's time to try something a little bit harder. So for the next design, we're going to be making a 2-balloon flower. I'm going to be using green for the stem of our flower, and pink for the petals. Now I've inflated the green balloon about all of the way, And on the pink balloon, I've inflated that almost all the way too, leaving just a tiny tail at the end. We're going to start with our stem balloon. In this case, that's green for me. You're going to grab the balloon, and you're going to fold the balloon about 10 inches away from the nozzle. And then you're going to fold it again, right where the nozzle is. And now you should have something that looks kind of like an S shape. You're going to pinch the center of where all of those balloons meet, and you're just going to twist it. Once you've twisted it, you should have something that looks like this. So put that aside, and now we're going to move on to the petals. For the petals, we're going to need to take our pink balloon, or whatever color you're using, and fold it into thirds. The way I like to do this is by taking one end of the balloon and matching it up with another third of the balloon and just trying to eyeball it to make sure that the three sides are even. Now take your first third and pinch it and then twist. Now you're going to take the nozzle of the balloon and you're going to fold it over towards that twist we just made. You're going to take the nozzle and the rest of the balloon and hold it with one hand, while you hold the bubble we just folded over with the other. Now, pull the one we folded over apart and twist. This creates our very first petal. To make sure that this doesn't come undone, still holding onto the nozzle, you're going to take the nozzle and you're going to bring it through the center of the balloon. Next, we're going to make our second petal. Take the rest of the balloon, fold it in half, and then make a twist. Now, take this center of the twist, fold it over to where the other petal was made, pull our second petal out, and twist. Awesome. So now we have two petals. It's time to make the last. This is why we left a little bit of tail at the end. Take the tail, fold the rest of the bubble over, and then you're going to tie the tail into the center of these two petals. So take the tail, and then just wrap it in the center. You can wrap it around a few times, and now we have 3 petals. Now you can take the stem that we made earlier, find the end of the balloon, and twist a 1-inch bubble. This will be the center of our flower. Now, this is the tricky part. So you're going to take the center of all 3 of the petals, and you're going to wrap it into this twist right here. So as you can see, I'm going to pull apart 2 of the petals to find an opening, and I'm going to stick the twist that we made into that. Now, I'm just going to find a way to twist that in there. Twist it a few good times. And now we should have something that looks like this. Now you're probably wondering, whoa, that doesn't look like a flower. And that's because we're going to need to rearrange it by taking our center of the flower and actually putting it in the center of our petals. Now rearrange the petals however you'd like so that you have the center of the balloon surrounded by 3 petals attached to our stem. Now it's almost done, but to add a little bit more character, what I like to do is add a little bit of bend to the green part of this stem. So, I'm going to fold the balloon over just a little bit. I'm going to take one hand and I'm just going to squeeze. I'm not going to fold or twist anything, but I'm just going to squeeze to give it a little bit of bend. Now you'll notice when I let that go, it bends it. So there you have it, a 2-balloon flower. I hope you've enjoyed making balloon animals with me. It's been a lot of fun, and for that reason I've got one more design to show you. Now we're going to be making a 1-balloon sword. These are super fun to play with, and I'm excited to show you how to make it. So, grab 1 balloon and inflate it pretty much all of the way. I'm going to be using blue, but you can use whatever color you'd like. So, to make our first bubble, we're going to grab the balloon about 1.5 inches away from the knot and twist. Now, we're going to do what's called a pinch twist in the balloon world. The way that we make a pinch twist is by taking the knot, holding it with one hand, and then grabbing the rest of the balloon with that same hand. Now, you're going to pull the 1.5 inch bubble we made apart, and then you're going to twist the knot, into the second twist that we made. Twist that a few times. The more you twist it, the more likely it is not to come undone on you. Once you've twisted it, you can let that go. And now you can see that's not coming undone. So next, we're going to make a loop. To make a loop, we're going to make probably about a 10-inch bubble or so. Twist it, and then we're going to fold it in half. Now we're going to take our pinch twist, and we're going to twist it into this other twist that we made. So grab the loop that we made with one hand, and then grab the pinch twist and the rest of the balloon with the other hand, and then twist. Now you should have one pinch twist bubble, as well as a loop. And then of course the rest of your balloon. Now the last step to the balloon sword is to take the end of your balloon and put it through the loop that we made. So we're going to put the end of the balloon through, pull it until we get the size handle that we want. And there you go. Now we're going to straighten this out a little bit, just by taking it and twisting and just shaping it ourselves. That's looking pretty straight to me. Awesome, and now we have a one balloon sword. Thank you so much for twisting with me today. I had a lot of fun, I hope you did too. And feel free to drop a comment on this video if you have any questions, or if you'd like to see me make more videos in the future. As always, stay healthy, and stay tuned to this account for more videos from the National Honor Society at Ellington High School.